Hello again, GLL back for another video. Time for something completely different. Wrestling Jesus. This is a direct response. AJ Styles, man. What have you got against AJ Styles? Is he overrated? Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree he's overrated. But not to the point you're fucking saying. Not even close. Okay? You crossed the line, man. You crossed the fucking line. Okay? Saying he's a vanilla midget just makes you look like some kind of fucking Hogan or Bischoff that has no clue what he's talking about in the pro wrestling business. Okay, why would you call him a vanilla midget? It's an obvious statement. The guy's small. He's not some kind of Brock Lesnar or John Cena or fucking Roman Reigns. So clearly he's a vanilla midget. So was fucking Rey Mysterio, who was a world champion. So was Chris Jericho, arguably. Christian, Edge, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy. Any of these guys are not that big, yet they've all had big careers across multiple wrestling federations. Now, calling him a vanilla midget and just dismissing him is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Even though it's correct. He is a fucking small guy, but that doesn't write him off as some kind of failed jobber fucking loser who's never going to amount to anything. He already has amounted to something. He already is a big star outside of the WWE. Whether the WWE decides to take the ball and run with it, that's up to them. As we know, they're fucking failures at this. Okay? They recently had James Storm. They let him slip through their fingers. Okay? That guy could have been huge in the WWE. Huge. Samoa Joe. Why the fuck's he in NXT? Again, another guy that could be big in the WWE. I'm not saying he's as good as he used to be, because he's a bit older now, but he could be big in the WWE. He's a big guy. Okay? You like your big guys. Your big, strong, ass-kicking guys. Okay? Your big Samoans. Why the fuck wouldn't he be perfect for WWE? Why is he buried in NXT? Because WWE doesn't have a fucking clue what they're doing. And you know this. Then you come out with a statement like this that just makes me think, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? You're talking like Vince McMahon. That guy's not big enough. So what? So what? We've seen in UFC a fucking small guy can take down and make Brock Lesnar squeal like a fucking girl. Grab his fucking leg and fucking twist it up until he fucking taps out. That's in a real fight, supposedly. A real fucking fight. So why the fuck can't, in pro wrestling, which is fake and everybody knows it's fake, why does he have to be believable as some kind of champion? It doesn't make any sense. Is John Cena believable as champion for all this time? No. So what difference does it fucking make? If anything, AJ Styles is exactly what the WWE needs. He's a breath of fresh air. Why the hell wouldn't they take that ball and run with it? Okay? Put your personal feelings aside for a second. Okay? Whether you think he's a vanilla midget, he's got no charisma, whatever. It's irrelevant. The guy is a big name. And he could come in as a big name and go right to the top. Okay? I'm not saying he has to win the title this year, but he can work his way up to that level. He has the ability to do it. And WWE would be stupid not to have him be in the Final Four at the Rumble. If they're serious about this guy, they need to have him be in the Final Four at the Royal Rumble. You know, I'm thinking Sheamus, Triple H, Roman Reigns, and AJ Styles. Your Final Four. Why not? You know, and I'm not saying that's a definite Final Four, but AJ Styles should be in there. Why the hell wouldn't he be? Why the hell wouldn't he be? He doesn't have to win the title. He doesn't have to win the Rumble. He doesn't have to go to WrestleMania as champion. None of that has to happen. He just has to be in the Final Four. He just has to show up. He has to eliminate a guy in the Royal Rumble. Someone with a bit of fucking prestige about him, you know? Somebody who's quite a big name. Take him out. He's going to build himself up so quickly because the indie fans are behind him. And the indie fans do watch WWE. They do. They watch all the wrestling because they're hardcore fans. I'm not a hardcore fan. I haven't been a hardcore fan in years. Okay, I just watch little bits. I watch videos like yours on YouTube, which are hilariously entertaining, where you shoot on WWE and just basically tear it to pieces. And it's so easy to tear it to pieces because it's so fucking bad. It's so fucking bad. And everybody knows it. Why would you deny AJ Styles the chance to make it better? The guy can do it. I'm not saying he's the best wrestler in the world. I'm not even going to make statements like that. I'm just stating the facts. The guy can draw, okay? You look at the wrestlers they've had recently in WWE that have gone. CM Punk, gone. Daniel Bryan, injured. Seth Rollins, injured. These were the indie fans guys. These were the smart marks guys. All gone. Who have they got now? Simple. AJ Styles. He can fit straight into that role and be a huge star. Let's face it, they've got no one else to back. If they bring AJ Styles into the Rumble, like they did with the Sandman, like fucking 5-6 years ago, whatever it was, and just have him eliminated in like a minute, less than a minute, he just walks in and gets tossed over the ropes like a jobber, then the opportunity's gone for WWE. They've lost their opportunity to do anything with AJ Styles at that. And that is how it's coming across from you. You're coming across to me saying this guy is a nobody. Why bring him in then? You see what I'm saying? There's no point in bringing him in to be in NXT what no one gives a fuck about. Bring him in to be on the main roster, to be up there in the Royal Rumble, in the Final Four, and let's see what he can do. Let's spice it up a bit. Let's make it interesting. Okay? The guy doesn't have to win anything. He just needs to be there and he needs to show up and fucking wrestle and show us what he can do. And if he doesn't get over, then he doesn't get over and he goes back down the card. It's real simple. But if he comes in low, he's never going to reach that level on the card because WWE, just once you're buried in WWE, you're just buried, forgotten, done. This guy's coming in with a huge amount of hype already behind him. He doesn't need to be brought all the way back down to go back up the card. He can already come in at a certain level. You know, I can list loads of examples where this has worked. People like Kurt Angle, won with an Olympic gold medal, come in straight to the top of the card and pulled it off. Okay? Chris Jericho brought in to more or less the top of the card and pulled it off. Okay? These were names, okay? They didn't need to go to fucking development and then work their way through the fucking levels to get back up to maybe one day have a chance of getting to the top of the card. AJ Styles has been around the world. He's wrestled around the world. He can do it. Why put him in developmental? Fucking sort it out, WWE. Bring him to that level. Bring him in to the Royal Rumble. Bring him in at a high level. That's what they should do. Whether they do it or not, it's highly unlikely that they will do anything this amazing. And if AJ Styles is in the Rumble and gets slaughtered, the fans are going to boo the piss out of the Rumble. They are. They're going to boo the piss out of it. It's going to be like last year's Rumble all over again, when Daniel Bryan wasn't even in it and Roman Reigns won, and everybody booed the shit out of it. That's what's going to happen this year if fucking AJ Styles is not in that Final Four. I'm telling you. It needs to happen. He needs his portion, WWE. Okay, I'm not some kind of AJ Styles mark. Okay, I actually think that you've got better wrestlers in TNA. You've got Robert Roode. You've got James Storm. Those are my guys, main guys who I would say could go to WWE and do really well. AJ Styles, yeah, he's a small guy. Not denying it. Vanilla midget, whatever. Not denying it. People said Chris Benoit was a vanilla midget, won the title. People said Eddie Guerrero was a vanilla midget, won the title. JBL, he was a vanilla midget, surely. Okay, he was kind of tall, but he wasn't a big guy. Okay? Chris Jericho, Christian Cage. These guys have all won titles in the WWE and they're not big guys. Okay? So what difference does it make if he's a vanilla midget? There's not a fucking excuse for him not to fucking go anywhere. He's already over. It's so easy. It's easy booking. So booking him that low would make no sense. Is he overrated? Yes. But he should be pushed. He should have his run. Whether you like him or not, whether you think he's a terrible promo or not. Who's better in WWE? Who is better in the WWE? Really? There's far and few between. There's next to nobody even halfway as good as AJ Styles in the ring in WWE. Who have you got? Really? These days. There's nobody. There's one or two that are somewhere near him. I mean, you made a point of saying that CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are far above him or whatever. What? This guy's like this. He's just a bit smaller, and he can out wrestle both of them. In terms of WWE, what they did in the Independents and ROH, yeah, they were fucking way better then. But in terms of WWE quality matches, what have they had really? AJ Styles can come in, if they allow him to come in and be himself, he can be a huge star. He can outshine Daniel Bryan and CM Punk any day of the week, in my view. The guy just needs to be given the ball and allowed to run with it. WWE should take the ball and run with it. Not fucking bury it in NXT, which they keep doing, which is completely retarded. People want to see fresh faces in the WWE. They don't want to see the same people over and over and over, especially with it being 3 hours. I don't even watch it, and I'm bored of the shit. Okay, I don't even watch it. I barely even touch it. I just watch highlights and stuff. I can't stand it. It's so boring. You need to bring in new people, new faces, mix it up. AJ Styles can give them all of that, and more, if they work at it. But you burying the shit out of him is exactly the kind of attitude that is going to get WWE nowhere. Okay, if WWE has your attitude, we've already lost. Okay, they've already lost. We've already lost as fans. They've already lost as a company because they're going to go nowhere with it. He's going to go nowhere. So what is the point in bringing him in if he's going to be a mid-card, never going to aspire to anything person? What is the point? What is the point in having another mid-carder? A pointless, boring mid-carder. That's basically what we have as champions in the WWE. AJ Styles can rise above all that. He can do it. He needs to be given the opportunity. It would be foolish not to have him be somewhere up there. So, let's see what happens. I can make the points to support my argument that this guy deserves to be up there. I'm not saying he deserves to be champion. I'm saying he deserves to be in the top tier. He deserves to be coming in. We're talking Royal Rumble, Final Four. We're talking maybe US champion or whatever. And then building him up to be a big star. This guy needs that level of push. And if he gets to that level and he's not over, then they've tried, okay? But I think he's got that much momentum behind him from wrestling all over the world, from being in other fucking companies, that he can do it. He has the presence already. Okay, there's probably a lot of people in WWE that don't know who he is. But the minute he turns up in WWE, what are they going to do? They're going to jump on the internet, AJ Styles. They're going to watch all his old matches, aren't they? They're going to see this guy Once he's in WWE, they're going to want to know who he is. Okay, this isn't the old days where you can't just fucking type into a search engine and go, oh look, AJ Styles, bosh. So they don't need that big of an introduction. They're going to find out. Okay, they need to capitalise on what he's got, on the push, on the fucking star power he already has. They need to take that and run with it. Don't bury him in NXT. It doesn't work. It's never worked. NXT shouldn't even exist for my money. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Keep up the work with the videos, Wrestling Jesus. You're a top man. You've got some good points, but you've always been a bit of a TNA hater, and understandably so. It is fucking shit. But at the end of the day, you're wrong about AJ Styles. Whether you like him or not, the guy is over and will be over if they use him correctly. That's all I've got to say. Feel free to subscribe, guys. See you later.